You guys, it is the first really warm day out since, last year. Now, this ain't exactly the star of the channel, but this is the one motorcycle I have at ease of access. The other one's in winter storage. But this is my Virago that you've already seen. It has already started a couple weeks ago, so we know it runs, which is great. But this is how it looks like right now. If you recall, I did a Temu haul and I got a bunch of these cool accessories that I want to put on the bike. So we're gonna try to tinker away at this thing slowly but surely. Already I can see a few things. I just took off these cover caps for the handlebar tightening mechanism that they have on the risers here. So these can get removed easily. And then we could try to take off the handlebar, take off the grips and stuff, obviously, before we do that. Already seeing a couple of things I can take off right off the bat, like this mirror here. Check out my pants. This mirror over here too. This windscreen can come off too. It's already cracked. Don't see any use to keep it. The horn also looks really easy to take off too. Looks like it's held in by like 1 or 2 screws. And the ground and power. Good old tire cap's gonna be replaced too with a updated version, that's for sure. The tires also look pretty okay. They don't look horrible, but I will say, because of how much you rode on the center of this tire, may as well go ahead and replace these, both the back and the front. These are Dunlop tires, D404s. I don't know if anybody knows much about these tires, but I actually really like them. I put so much mileage on these things and they lasted me all this time until now. This motorcycle actually came with a fresh jug of drivetrain oil, so I need to actually replace that because I haven't done that exactly since I got it. So because this is shaft driven, you'll see that on this side there is a fill and a drain plug. So I'll just go ahead and drain it and top it up with some new fluid because it is shaft driven. It's a lot smoother, less vibrations, but not something I'm used to. But that's something that I'll definitely have to do as routine maintenance, make sure this thing runs great. Another thing I was trying to look for are aftermarket shocks, because these ones, I think they're 330 mil across. They actually bottom out pretty quick. There's no rebound stiffness to it at all. I can either A, get them rebuilt, or just B, replace them with new ones. So if I'm trying to go for a specific look, I'm gonna do the one with the bare suspension spring shown, because I just like the way it looks. But overall, looking at this thing, it ain't too bad looking, guys. I mean, it's sat all winter and it's not as rotted as I thought it was going to be. There's the deleted mufflers. We'll have to get some slip-on tips for that too. But center stand looks good. Undercarriage looks fine. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's the rear brake. Cool. Yeah, that looks fine too. Yeah. I also totally forgot about this broken signal light. We can get that fixed while we're out here. But yeah, here I am taking off bar grips. What does this remind you of, fellas? Well, there's the other bar grip right off the handlebar. Really neat thing about this bike is I had these really cool looking zip ties all around to hold the clutch cable and all that, so I took these apart too. Well, quite honestly, this windscreen wasn't really held on that well. I just kind of luck that it didn't fly off at high speeds. There you go. Oh, and that fucked up the tank. Ta-da! Windscreen gone. And with some fan dangling on this too. An Allen key of some sort. This can come off too. Just kind of loosen that. And it comes loose. And you undo all this. It comes apart. Put it aside. It looks like this, actually. I don't know if that's factory or if that's aftermarket. Now, I'm assuming similar to the side with the high beams and turn signals and horn and choke, just like the throttle sensor here, there are screws here and up here, and it's kind of loosening this apart here, but I don't know how much further I can get with just that. And there you have it. throttle position sensor with the ignition switch is off. I turned the wheel this way and I was able to get some more wiggle room, undid the clip that was kind of holding it here, so pulled the wires out of that. As soon as I split the screws apart from that, this split in half and it loosened the entire throttle position module, so I was able to kind of yank that out. Yeah, pretty incredible how easy that was. Well, the mechanism I taught you about, the ignition switch, worked just fine. Tried to do the exact same on this side, and it was working until one of the screws actually ended up stripping. So I was able to get one of them off, so it kind of made it loose enough to slide down the end of the bar, but I realized the bar is too long because Yamaha made this out of factory extremely short. So I'm gonna take off the handlebars and then get this to wiggle off, because I know this will slide off after loosening this little 10 mil bolt, and this is sliding, and I know it's got wiggle room to come off after I get the bolt off for this. So after I get the handlebar off the entire bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo these four here off the risers and should be ready to go. I don't know if I should be concerned, but just one little twist of one of this completely undid any sort of grip on this bar. That's really weird. I mean, so far everything's been coming undone really fast. This is not the case for many. This is gonna come apart very, very soon, and I might be able to get the aftermarket bar on here quicker than I anticipated. So yeah, just, that's insane. And just like that, you guys, the bar is off. Don't know what's rattling in there, but it's off. Here's the bike without any bars. Yo, let's go for a ride. It's perfect. Let's go. Now for headache freeness, also preparing down the road, probably gonna put some stuff on here to make it not come undone, because that was very concerning. And it all started with the ignition switch. The one screw was loose. Then I noticed this was already loose and it all slid off. And then same thing on this side, except the one screw that was holding it all together for dear life ended up stripping on me. And then I did this one, just a little click over, and it was, everything fell out. And I don't know, I'm just really glad that, I think that was meant for a reason. I'm really glad I did that. So anyways, let's go get the new bar and test fit it on. Really thankful that fits. Guys, it fits. I know, a Temu part that ends up working. This is really crazy to me. Trying to line it up as I almost said Mustafa. Trying to line it up as well as I can, and it looks like it's as good as it's gonna get. Make sure when you're putting this back that the arrows are facing up, meaning the front of the bike. So, and when you're fastening these, just get them flush first and then do a little by little between each. And yeah, that should be on there pretty good. Just lined her up. She looks pretty good, man. Yeah, that's pretty good. Guys, take a look at this. Turned out way better than I anticipated. The hardest part was really just trying to get this brake master cylinder in here, because it's kind of like meant to fit an OEM bar. The clearance was kind of tough to get on here, but I had to keep it on an angle. And also you'll notice there's a gap between the brake lever and the ignition switch. That's only because I ran into issues of the angling here and some of the clearance here, but also trying to maintain good hand positioning. Everything else kind of lined up just fine. Like, I just had to do the reverse of whatever I just showed you guys on camera prior. I mean, everything else is fine. This is just a little loose. I have to get a new replacement screw to get that tightened up, but nonetheless, I can get the bar grip over the handlebar. I can get the bar grip on this end, no problem. The only next big thing is just to get the bar end mirrors, which are right here. Wow, you guys, night and day difference. Really? Come on, man. Well, besides the bar grips not really being on there, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the bar end mirrors kind of started. So that should be pretty easy.
So already kind of started on this side. As you can see, it's like a tapered kind of thread that goes into the bar. So I just have to tap that in lightly, get that going in there, and then I can thread on my bar end mirrors.
I got this clock on here. It looks kind of tacky if you ask me, but I mean, Rolls Royce, Bubba. This bike's looking crazier by the second. I love this. Look at this. Look how easy this is. I love working on bikes, man. And just like that, bar end mirrors are in. It looks absolutely incredible, you guys. So despite the fact that everything is installed on the bike right now, this is just for test purposes. So I want to test fit everything. I'm not going to completely go tight on everything. I'm going to grab some Loctite from the hardware store, go over everything again. But it's really good to know that everything lined up just fine. And this was going to be the hardest install. Everything else I'm totally okay with. If it fails, doesn't fit, or if it requires some more fan dangling, this is perfectly okay with me. This is probably the most complex installation we had lined up with a Temu build. I'm just so happy how it turned out, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That clock, I'm really warming up to it. It's such an acquired look. Well, Virago pylon had to be put away again. Started to piss right randomly. Oh well. Another day, another dollar, I guess.